Welcome back. Financial planning can be a super rewarding career. Today we're going to talk to two young financial planners who candidly talk about why they do what they love.
Yeah, so I got into the industry, I sort of fell into it actually. I applied for a number of grad roles in my final year of university, and it was a pretty stressful time with all of the psychometric evaluations and testing, interviews, and as you would know, it's quite a big time commitment. I applied for a number of financial planning type roles, and the first job I got offered was in the financial advice sort of space, and I was pretty happy to be out of the testing and interview space, so I took the offer, and I thought initially that I would use it as a stepping stone to just get a bit of experience under my belt, because I didn't have that, and then eventually sort of move on. And yeah, I sort of fell into a role and loved it, and just went from there.
Well, then my experience was much of the same. Like most university students, I didn't know exactly what path I wanted to go down. I knew I wanted to be somewhere in the commerce space. So I just applied for internships and work experience in so many different disciplines, and was just lucky to fall into financial planning, and I've sort of never looked back since.
Yeah, well, I suppose in terms of making a difference, really it's that you get to work really closely with people. It's not like where you're in a corporate sort of environment where you're working for shareholders who you never meet and adding to being a very small part of a bottom line. It's really about really getting involved in someone's sort of strategy and their financial life, and you can really see the difference that it makes. And the fact that every day is different and a challenge is something that I really enjoy as well. And yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing that gets me out of bed.
Yep. I think the difference that you make in your clients' lives is the best part about the job. Advisors play such a key role, like Ben outlined, where you're so involved in really helping the clients think about what they truly want in terms of their goals, both personally and financially, and then working backwards to see how you can get them there. For example, we had a client that came in recently where, when I first met him, he'd been hugely affected by the GFC and had lost over half of his wealth. So he was so anxious, and just would tell us how he couldn't sleep every night. So it was a hard road, sort of getting him back on track, and giving him that confidence that he will be okay. And we finally had that meeting where we could say, hey, we worked really hard to get this to this space, and you're going to be okay. So even if the markets fluctuate a little bit, you'll be all right. And I can't remember the last time I saw him actually smile, so it was such a surreal moment, and I think that's the best bit about the job.
Well, in our business, I suppose, in terms of the clients that we've helped and how we make a difference, in our business, it's mainly dealing with the young sort of professionals, so the wealth accumulators, sort of that 25 to 40 sort of bracket. So we help people with things like buying their first property or their first home, and I can think of one example of a client where we put the plan together. He was really nervous about taking the leap, even though he had a pretty significant deposit for his property, and we laid out all of the figures so that he could see it, and he got confidence in doing that, and then looked around at properties and eventually found one that he liked and made an offer, and then ended up securing the property. And he was really ecstatic, and that, to me, I think that's probably the most rewarding part of the job, where you see someone and then they're happy, they're in their place, and he's sending us photos, getting it set up and stuff.
Great.
Well, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you agree that financial planning could be a great career for you. If you want more information, follow us on Facebook or follow Grad Mentor Student on LinkedIn.